You know, I've been to Portugal, but you know who else has been to Portugal? Portuguese people. So why should I drive on the left side of the road if I know Barbara Streisand has a LinkedIn account? You know you can smell puka juice when you're looking at the 4th brick that was ever laid in your house, because the only reason to close your laptop is if you're sitting in the back of your chair. Like, not like leaning back on your chair. I mean physically, the back of your chair, you're sitting on that. Now you shouldn't close your laptop. Don't ever close your laptop when you're in that sort of position. Why haven't they built banks in prisons? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when was the last time you saw an alligator swim backwards? Hey, as long as I got my suit and tie. So I was sitting outside of a Nando's, but I wasn't sitting on the table. Like, my chair was just far away enough for people to think that I am not sitting on the table. Now, I'm just there eating a wrap, enjoying the sun, just figuring out ways for Pete Davidson to give Bitcoin to Ireland. Like, I think they need it, and I think he might be the right guy for the situation. I've seen the 3rd Harry Potter movie, but I haven't seen the 4th. So why am I taking 8 sponge baths a day? I want to be able to breed double cheeseburgers. 24 hours is a very long time to go cycling. Because you see, if we do end up on Mars, we're not going to be able to bring any Snickers. Because that will be nuts, chocolate and caramel. And nobody wants that at 4 PM. So why would you say your name backwards if I can't understand it? I seriously need to find the meaning behind floating houses, because I haven't done my shoelaces before. And I'm not talking about the ones in my wardrobe. Have you ever been lost in a maze and the only way out is to kick the back door that is behind you? Now, I did this once before and I ended up in the premiere of the 1997 hit movie Phil Mitchell Gets a Cat and No Kneecap. Now, I was kind of confused at first, but I then realised 37 hours into watching the movie that you don't need kneecaps to stand in. Your kneecaps are only there as storage devices for stuff that you search on Internet Explorer. Anyone is able to access them. You could be in a situation when you're on the train and your knee accidentally touches somebody's handbag. Now, you don't know what's in that handbag, but it could be a lipstick, a half a brick, or a cup of tea with the kettle that is still on, because there's also a generator on the floor that you didn't realize, but the wire is going into the sleeve of the coat jacket that they're wearing, and it is plugged into their head. Now, what their head is then charging on is the seats of the train. Now, you're not sitting on the normal train seats. You're sitting on your suitcase. You know what's inside of your suitcase? Another suitcase. Now, you know what's inside of that suitcase? The train. Now, I didn't really find the meaning behind floating houses, but I think it might have something to do with those really strong beams that like attach to the floor or the mountain and then connects to that house layer part of the house. My queries, I happened to find a woman that knew the quadratic formula by heart. As it turns out, you can get paid for this, which is interesting because I would definitely get fired on the first hour of me working there. All I know is that there's 2 2s, there's 3 2s, there's a B, I'm going to university and I don't even know the quadratic formula. You can make it. That is motivation right there. I've never seen someone take a plane to Senegal before, but when that woman told me the quadratic formula, I started picking up books. Each book that I was picking up, it was just talking about how to sit on the chair. I don't know why multiple people would write a book about that, because it would just be so much easier to do a video on it. She told me that I had to recite the formula back to her. Now, I recited the whole entire thing apart from 1 2. Not 1, just 2. Not 1 2, 1 2. Just 1 2. You know what I'm saying? I failed to do that as she turned my nose upside down. Whenever I'm going to an open field and I want to smell some dandelions, I now have to do 500 cartwheels just in order to smell them. So every time I do a cartwheel, I go and then I smell the dandelions. So when I'm upside down in the cartwheel motion, I just go so then I can smell them. Now, I have to do this constantly because when I'm up straight, I can't smell it because I'm smelling upwards. But when I'm upside down, I have to do multiple so I can and smell the dandelions. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's very complicated, but when you get to do it, quite easy. It's like driving a car into a brick wall. Once you do it, you don't have to do it ever again. Once you drive a brick wall into a car, you don't have to do it again. So after all of this, I ended up back in the Nando's and they gave me a specialized chair in order to maintain the speed at which I was doing my cartwheels. I like to get the whole pizza. Sussy baka. Everything felt different but the same. You know, like 9 plus 10 does equal 21, but you're still sitting in a chair. Now, if you add a mojito to the mix, you got yourself a Friday night on a Thursday morning. So, you know, that's just really good for yourself and everyone in the situation that is in your house. I'm going to reveal to you who told me the quadratic formula. It was Alison Brie, but I then realized that she told me the wrong formula. Now, this is now a lesson that you should be taught to yourself. Never trust Alison Brie because purely of what she did to Morty from Rick and Morty, the hit series Rick and Morty. Okay, like that. I can't ignore that. I can't ignore that. Nobody's gonna be able to function after understanding the thing that she did to Morty. Like, Morty's mother shouted at him and he shouted back and he was speaking facts, man. He's been through so much, and as soon as he meets Alison Brie, it just all goes downhill. And it's like, I really hope that doesn't happen to me, okay? Alison Brie, she was good. She was good in Community. She was good in BoJack Horseman. And then she goes and does that. Like, cut the video, cut the clip, cut the clips, and then make it into a video. And then after that video, upload it onto YouTube, and then make people watch that video. And then after people watch that video, make them hit the subscribe, make them leave a comment, make them possibly, if they want to, leave a like. Thank you. Bye. Watch me get out from my chair. Why did you not watch me? Once you drive a brick wall into a car, you don't have to do it again.